Hello, Gemini. Welcome. Happy Halloween. I hope you're doing good out there. I hope you're having a nice night, having a safe and beautiful autumn season thus far. We're going to do a Halloween love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Gemini. This is timeless, so if you happen to stumble upon it after Halloween, it's definitely when you're meant to hear the messages as well. I have some really cute Halloween tarot cards, or little ghost tarot cards, and I'm going to be using those, so hope you stick around and see what the cards hold for Gemini this Halloween in love. So far, we have coming out the Spider, Community and Web Weaving. Libra got that out first too, so if you have any Libra in your chart, Gemini, do check that out as well. The Underworld, where all things pause and begin again. So some of you may be getting ready to go through a separation, or you're in a separation, and Spirit's saying that the gentle, what's the word? Like landing space, the soft landing space, like a trampoline, like a pillow, like a big feathery pillow. Your friends and family are going to be a safety net. That's the word that I'm looking for you. While things are on a pause, but don't worry, okay, Gemini, for most of you, this is going to end with you guys reuniting and getting back together. We have forgiveness here, reducing burden. So, definitely there is some forgiveness needed in this situation. Perhaps something happened that caused a separation or a pause. Spirit saying, hey, you know, you have a safety net. You've had a safety net throughout this. On this side of the veil and the other, you have, Gemini, a lot of spirits on the other side. Family, friends. Some of you, I feel, have maybe recently lost a parent. And or not recently, you may have lost a parent at some point in your life, and I feel that there's like parental energy here telling you that they've been watching over you throughout this period of difficulty. Werewolf, exploring wildness. So I'm going to go to the book on a couple of these here real quick. I don't use this deck very often, and I want to just see what the message says in the book. So for werewolf here, that drives me nuts when they're not straight. I'm thinking it's got to drive people nuts watching too. And I'm always touching the cards. Get out a little level. Make sure it's all straight. So werewolf. Luminosity triggers it. A wild moon rises. Pain and blood and fangs. Fur and howling and woofing guises. The werewolf asks us to consider this balance and to delve into our own ideas of wildness, independence, and custodianship of the planet. When is the last time you spent all day outside? When is the last time you threw your head back and howled at the moon? Do you quash the vitality of curiosity of your body and mind by sitting all day in front of a computer? The werewolf challenges you to weave a balance between nature and your own nature. Isn't that interesting that we have a spider, which is community and weave, and then we have this werewolf card, which asks us to weave a balance between nature and your own nature. So some of you may have been spending too much time in alone right now. A spirit's asking you to get out, to weave your own balance between your own life and nature. So getting outside, getting in the sunshine, feeling better, interacting with animals outside, observing butterflies, birds, squirrels, whatever you happen to have around you that you can see, or even just the leaves blowing on trees and things like that. Really asking you to get outside, okay? And nature is going to be a big part of you feeling better. It's going to be a big part of your healing process. But this is also saying, get out in the community as well. Some of you maybe have been spending way too much time like in hermit mode during this pause, waiting for your life to begin again, waiting for things to get back on track. But soon, you know, also connecting with nature helps you to get more in touch with your soul, right? And your soul is all about forgiveness. Your soul doesn't really harbor any anger or resentment. Your soul is a pure, loving energy. The ego is what holds the resentment, the pain, the fear, the panic, the PTSD type symptoms, things like that. Your soul is pure love energy. And when you're in nature, when you step away from the computer, set your phone down. And I feel compelled to say, like, one time several years ago, I was in a pause and restart of my life. And I literally told my family and friends, I'm taking a break from electronics. And it was hard too. I did it for a weekend, and it drove my mom especially crazy because she liked to make sure I was okay and touch base with me every day. I told them, you're not going to hear from me. I don't want anybody worrying or checking on me. I am taking a break from electronics. I turned my phone basically off. I got some books, some classical music. I went outside for walks. I spent time alone, meditating, and just like, working in my gratitude book and stuff like that. And man, it was such a recharge. It really helped clear things up in my head and made me feel so much better, so much more renewed. So I feel compelled to tell you that, Gemini, that maybe that might help you right now as well. But also Spirit's really trying to encourage you to raise your vibration by interacting with friends and family who love you, your safety net. Who do you consider part of your safety net, Gemini, when things sort of go like, awry in your life or things aren't so great? Who is your safety net? Go to them. Spend some time together. If you can do that outside, that's even better. But just being together is going to help you. Right now, you're in the underworld, okay? And I feel a very strong sense of there is a pause and restart. Some of you, and I feel like a great deal of you who are led to this reading, have maybe been in a separation, or you're parted from the person you feel you love more than anyone, and you just want them back. The two of you, the one or both of you, wherever it is needed, or both at the same time, are going to be offering one another forgiveness. And this pause, trust me, is not going to last forever. This is a place for you to reset, recoup, reconnect with family, friends, acquaintances, employee, co-workers, that kind of thing. It's a chance for you to reconnect with others outside of the relationship that you were in while you go through this healing process, because Gemini, it's about to come to an end. Things are about to get so much better for you. Go out and howl at the moon. I know it's crazy, but find a private place where you won't feel like, you're, like anybody's going to judge you, that's how I'll put it. And go out and just, look at the moon and just let it out. Like, there's a lot to be said with sound therapy and using your voice with humming. That's why, like, the monks chant, and it's so moving to hear all this chanting music. We went to see my son got us tickets for the four of us. He wasn't even able to come in the end. So just three of us went, my husband and I and our other son. And we went to a concert last night. It was Viking music. It's Viking music. It's like Yuling. I honestly don't know how to pronounce the name of the group. They're like European, and it was amazing. And there was people just howling throughout the whole concert. Arr, arr, arr. I kid you not. It was like, wow, these fans are very active. Izzy, my dog's down here like right now, like, she's like, what are you doing? What, girl? Hang on. I'm so sorry, Gemini. I think I got to pick her up. She's going to just stand here and... What do you want? Come here. Okay. She's so silly. She always makes this little growling noise whenever I pick her up because she thinks that my other Chihuahua is going to like come charge her, because they have done that. They play that game. Like, I pick one up and the other one runs at the other one. So every time I go to get her, she lets out this little growl. But we went to this last night, and all these people were letting out these like loud howling noises. And I thought, I'm just not free like that. I'm like too embarrassed. But that has to release a lot of energy. That has to make you feel good, like moving sound through your body is so good for your anxiety. It's good for your throat chakra. It helps to clear out blockages in the other chakras. So, hey, howl at the moon, Gemini, while you're waiting, while you're in this period of waiting. So, Gemini, somebody around you has lied. They've cheated. They've been deceitful. They may be stolen from you. They have gotten away with stuff behind your back. They have maybe web, what's the word? I can't say this. I tried to say this last night in one of the, I think it was the Libra reading. They weaved a web of lies. Oh my gosh. I couldn't get it out. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm kind of congested, like in the chest. My chest is tight. So some of you may be feeling like odd like that. Maybe I'm picking up on it because I was fine before I started. So some of you have had someone in your love life that has really done a number on you with lies, with deceit, with maybe stealing, just doing a lot of stuff behind your back that was just awful, that you would never dream of doing to someone. So why should someone do it to you, Gemini? You have a new chance of romance coming in here. You have new romance coming in. And maybe while some of you are on this pause and restart, some might decide you don't want to go back to the person that you were with, who you're having this pause from, or this relationship that you're having this pause from. If you do go back to this relationship, you want it to be something different. You want it to be something new, something romantic and sweet, not deceitful, dishonest, even lies of omission, Gemini. You don't want that. You want to weave a web of beauty and intricacy and delicate balance of love, and sincerity in your life. Someone's going to be coming in, Gemini, to offer you something. It might be somebody who didn't see your worth before, somebody who was like bored and apathetic about life with you and with everyone. And I feel for some of you, somebody is coming back around. And for a lot of you, there's going to be somebody brand new. But for some of you may have had a third-party situation. And there's going to be forgiveness coming in because ultimately, I am so out of breath. I can't believe it. Ultimately, the heart wants what the heart wants, right, Gemini? You have a love offer coming in. It's either going to be somebody brand new or it's going to be somebody returning from the past. But you're going to want to take the offer. And you're going to offer forgiveness. And even if it's moving on with somebody new, you're going to offer forgiveness to yourself for having tolerated things that you did not deserve. And putting up with somebody who seemed nice but turned into a werewolf when the sun went down. That kind of thing. Somebody who wove a web. I don't know why I keep doing that. Wove a web. Oh my God. Weaved a web of lies. I couldn't do it if I tried. Wove a webbed. Anyways, and now you've had this pause from this and you see how it really should be. And now you're ready to start again with something. Yeah, look at that. The birthing of something new with nurturing, fertility, a chance to have something just come forward that is more nurturing to your soul after a period of really just being tired of the stuff that had been going on around you. Yeah, you've been kind of stuck in this dark space for a while, kind of like some of you are really trapped by your own mind, the fear, the regret, the holding on to what was instead of embracing and being joyful about what is to be. Some of you are having somebody coming in quite rapidly. Somebody's going to be coming in quite rapidly and things are about to change very fast for you, Gemini. You're going to come out of this pause here pretty quick, but don't forget about the safety net that was around you while you were in this pause. Just make sure that you stay connected like that. And Gemini, you have coming in the 10 of Coins, complete happiness, enlightenment. You're going to be seeing things for what they are, healing, growth, just a lot of really good stuff coming in. Patience and healing coming into your life. And what that's going to bring is you kind of moving out of this like stuck energy. You're going to lose the blindfold, lose the walls you've put up. They're going to come crumbling down, Gemini. You're getting some enlightenment and you're about to bust through all of the negativity that has been maybe surrounding you. Look at that. Yeah, the Tower. So I split it right to the Tower. You have maybe recently had a moment that was shocking, unexpected, hurtful, that maybe sent you into this introverted pause mode. But you're being reset, reborn, renewed. You're gaining enlightenment. You're gaining healing. You're about to get a wish fulfilled away from the people who hurt you the most and having your 10 of coins. The ultimate happiness, really. So everything was shaken and rattled and crumbled so that you could begin again, and you could do it without the pain of this devil energy that is kind of there with you. You could end suffering once and for all, move out of the suffering, torturous energy, and finally, Gemini, finally get justice, the justice that you so deserve, so that you can move into this 10 of coins. Let's take a look at just 2 animal spirit cards for you before we wrap up your reading. I hope I can breathe soon. I'm like, wow, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm so short of breath. And my husband made this, like, I don't know if anybody out there is familiar with Red Barn Chicken. It used to be a restaurant in the 80s. My husband and I loved it as kids, and they closed the last one down in Wisconsin, I think, in the last couple of years. And he looked up an old Red Barn Chicken recipe, and the breading called for 6 teaspoons of popcorn salt, which is like a buttery powder, fine powder salt. He's like, that seems like a lot. And we're eating it like, this is really salty. We're like both probably going to have heart attacks tonight because it was like crazy. So salty. So Gemini, we have Turtle Spirit. Slow and steady wins the race coming out. Card 62, which is an 8. The infinity symbol might be symbolic to some. Might be a synchronicity there. But this has been a long, slow process. You know, a spider doesn't weave a web in... Oh my God, weave a web. I cannot talk about the spider card. I did it in the Libra reading too. It's so weird. This web did not get woven in a matter of minutes. It took time and patience and dedication for the spider to finish it. And just like this pause that you're on or going to be on, it's going to get you enlightenment. It's going to get you growth. It's going to take the walls down around you. And it might seem slow going, but sometimes you have to move slowly so that you can heal properly. And Gemini, you're going to be just fine. Slow and steady wins the race. And some of you are going to be getting exactly what your heart has been hoping for. Let's get you one more for Gemini. What do they... Okay, there we go. Starfish, card 59. Open to infinite possibility. You have 2 water animals here, so there's emotion involved in this. Open to infinite possibility. Open to the fact that you never know how things are going to go. You never know what tomorrow is going to bring, Gemini. You're paused right now. You're in the period of pause and reset and restart. And you just never know how the person that you want so badly could change at the last minute. Anything can happen to cause that. You never know how you might decide that you're going to forgive them, but you want something new and you want this new romance that's coming to you. And you're going to open yourself up to that. You do know, Gemini, that you want to move away from this devil energy here. You don't want this. You don't want to suffer anymore. Okay, and the person who is in this card, this deceitful person who hurt you, who didn't listen to you, who lied to you, who treated you bad, they're this toxic energy. They're this. This is what brought you here. And even though everything is necessary, you can leave that behind, okay? Your mind's telling you you can't, but you can. You can leave it behind and move on to all the happiness that you're entitled to in this earth here, Gemini, this life. You're going to have so much better. Trust me. Hang in there, because this period that you're paused is just a little bit of time for healing and enlightenment. Be open to the possibilities that lie ahead, because they are magical, Gemini. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you liked your reading. If you did and you want to see how you can get a reading that's just for you, personalized, check the description box below for ways to do that. I'm like, how's it go? This way, down here. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much, Gemini. Happy Halloween.